Okay, no time for BS. We have a lot to cover today. This is discuss TNA Impact Wrestling. We also discuss some other things like people who left TNA recently, like Speedball Mike Bailey and his love for murderer Louis Mangione, however the fuck you would pronounce it. We'll get to that in a second. I am JaySin here with the Horror King Gary. Like I said, we have a lot to get to. No noise for Gary. Sorry, how about ooh, he's a Horror King. That's all we have time. That's all we have time for right now. Breaking news. Hang on, I'll get back to the Mangione thing in a second. But I just saw on Twitter, Michael Elgin has been tweeting a lot about his story and like how he got screwed over, and kind of goes with my whole "there's much worse people out there." But I don't know Elgin's story. I looked it up. Supposedly he allegedly assaulted his wife. I don't know. That's where he lost me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then I've heard
Multiple instances of abuse at the relationship, mishandling, sexual assault claim. Oh, sorry. So that's okay. So he had a sexual assault claim. That's my point. If he would have answered me on Twitter, I would have known the exact story. One report indicated he sexually assaulted a woman in a hotel is reportedly false, according to Elgin. Like, you can't even whatever. So he's all pissed off about like he said he got lumped in with
I don't
who's the super creepy dude?
What's that?
Joey. They said he got lumped in with Joey Ryan and supposedly the devil of pro wrestling, Dave Christ, who supposedly did so much fucked up shit you'll never see him anywhere again, and you haven't. Jay Christ, on the other hand, he can pop into TNA every now and then. I don't think they'll ever use him. I don't know what the hell Dave did. I mean, obviously terrible shit with women, but like, I don't know exactly. It must have been absolutely insane. Okay, so Elkin's got a lot going on. He said one of the things was I noticed Johnny Bravo called a school to tell them if they hosted a seminar run by me, TNA would not use any of their students. So not only did they get rid of him, they're keeping him basically from working elsewhere. He's like, can I get an apology for you're just, destroying my life? I have kids and a wife or whatever. Not sure about this little girlfriend thing, but okay. That all goes to, yeah, it's a confusing story because no one's ever told it correctly. No one like Dave Meltzer because everyone is fucking biased. That's what this is all about. Dave's a fan. Sean Saff is a fan. He would never touch this. He would never touch something like this, and they won't. Maybe I will. If Elgin wants to talk, Elgin wants to do here's an open invitation.
And I don't think
here's an open invitation. I think you're up for this, Gary. Mike Elgin, if you're listening, we're gonna tag you. If you'd like to be our first ever interview, let us know. I'm sure fans would love to hear them about the real story from your mouth on the top TNA Impact podcast. We're not fucking YouTubers. Our podcast is listened to in whatever. I don't need to point out numbers because we're awesome. Okay.
And to be fair, I would like to see him get a second chance. I mean, I always thought there was some sketchiness around his release because they kind of dangled a carrot over him for like, I don't know, it was like 6 months time. Yeah. And I kept thinking he might actually come back. And then like he put on like 5-star matches when he was with TNA. I mean, what's not to love it? Fill that void with Josh leaving. And
yeah,
I don't know. And now we're still Canadian owned, so I mean it makes a lot of sense bringing them back.
Sorry, I just missed this. This is again Elgin. I've reached out to Busted Open. Tommy works for TNA, so they don't respond. Yep, that's how wrestling business works. If anyone doesn't realize that yet. Funny, Tommy, who was not at the office in the time, was there to text me to tell me it was bullshit and checked in on me. Yet now he has a role. He won't tell the company publicly admit their wrongdoing. All right, Elgin, you got to work on your goddamn writing and whatever else, because you're trying to tell a story, dude, and it's really confusing. Shit.
Yeah.
Get an editor or something if you're trying to tell a story that's super important and life changing. Oh, sorry, I just saw a picture of Frank Gastineau, and oh my god, terrifying! What a terrifying human. He looks like he's staring me in the eyes, and he knows I'm looking at him through this picture on Twitter right now. Good lord. Okay, what else have we got going on? A lot. Let me just mention this Mangione. Let me mention this psychotic Louis Mangione story really fast. I posted a tweet from Mike Bailey, I don't know, a month or two ago. He said, "Move over, Hawk Tua girl. The hot guy who shot the CEO is our queen now." I remember saying it. I was like, what the fuck? First off, he's married. No, this is hysterically confusing. Mike B. Mike Bailey is married to Veda Scott. Mike's a man, Veda's a woman. Neither of them know their gender. Gary, thoughts?
I don't know. All I know was back when that story broke, I wouldn't even known it existed had you not mentioned it to me. So
Nobody would have. Nobody.
Yeah.
I made this story, and now it's become a fucking whatever.
Yeah.
Check this out, listeners.
Very forgettable.
My tweet currently has 12,000 views in the last 2 days. Okay? Mike Bailey had a video on Collision, the least viewed thing, not even close by anything on Collision. It has 26,000 views on YouTube. Again, I have 130, not again, I have around 130 followers maybe on Twitter. So you can all do the math. AEW has like millions or whatever. I have 130, and I got half of his numbers because he's boring. Nobody cares, and the only people who stick up for him are fans of a murderer because he happens to be a fan of that same murderer. They're not watching AEW. Of course, I left that part out of my article because I wanted to make AEW look as bad as possible, but also they should. He should apologize. Guess what? He said words. He tweeted words, really fucked up words. How old is he? I don't know. I know he's not 19 years old like a certain someone who made up with a person after saying certain words. Mike Bailey did not apologize to United Healthcare. All you pussies out there who want Tessa to apologize to each and every one of you. She apologized to the girl when she was fucking 19. Bailey's a married adult man who wants to bang a murderer, and he's grown his fandom because they are fans of a murderer, not his wrestling. You can see it by YouTube. Nobody cares.
No, that's.
I'm gonna have a heart attack, Gary. Go ahead.
Well, there's still a lot of fan base out there that still want Chris Benoit forgiven, and look how south that all went, and like I don't know. It's just really hard.
Same people that will blast Tessa and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Oh, and
for words.
For Speedball Bailey is actually 34. I just looked it up.
34-year-old man. 34-year-old man. Yeah. Almost twice the age Tessa was. You fucking hypocrite clowns. And I'm sorry, who hasn't said a goddamn racist slur in their life when they were like 18 or 19? I have. I have no problem admitting it. 18, I said and did the craziest shit in the world because guess what? That's what 18-year-olds do. And I was living in a time when you can actually say things and not have to worry about getting fucking canceled or whatever the fuck.
But I mean, it's also kind of a detriment to his wrestling style too, because like as you get older, you slow down, and with him being 34, he's been in limbo all of his career until TNA took a chance on him. So
yeah, and he'll be on Ring of Honor if he even makes it that far. I've been doing my best connecting him, tagging United Healthcare, telling Tony Khan that Mike needs to apologize to United Healthcare. I don't see how that's any different. 34-year-old man, like you said, different than a 19-year-old fucking girl who. Oh, yeah. The hypocrisy makes me so angry. All right, so I woke up after tweeting right during Collision because I knew that would be like the great time to tweet about it. Again, this is an old article. I don't know, a month ago he might have tweeted this. It was like right after he left TNA. I would have tweeted it if he was on TNA. I don't give a fuck. People call me a mark. Go fuck your mother. I just wrote about AJ Francis's terrible promo, which we'll get to in a little bit because Gary liked it. Gary's an idiot sometimes. I don't know what to say. Okay, so yeah, whatever. I mean, I have check WrestleVoice.com. You can read the whole thing. I have what 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, I don't know. There's like 50 something. There's like 30 fans. I might add some more. Somebody wrote, "What's the issue?" He's 100% correct. Free Luigi. I put that like way on top because he had a lot of followers.
Yeah.
JF Product D's. Like some of these people are actually real. Like you know what I mean? Like they had like 10,000, 20, like 100,000 followers. And I'm like, this can't be like. Because I looked into it, I'm like, this can't be fucking real people. Okay, let's get to TNA. TNA news. What did I just see? What did I do? I saw something cool, didn't we? Oh, the UK star.
Yeah.
What the hell's the name of that UK star? Oh, sorry. Before that,
I don't
weird
know
ass
if it's pronounced.
UK star Elektra Lopez. TNA has shown interest in Elektra Lopez. Hot as hell. Total fucking knock. I mean, you want to talk about knockouts? Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, it's a no-brainer with high end. We've brought her on the show a number of times.
She is like a
kind of
different kind of. I don't know if you've seen her. She's like a different kind of gorgeous. Like her face, like she's one of those people that can take like she can put a picture, like she can lean in. You know what I mean? Put her face right in front of the phone, and she looks absolutely incredible. Like she's one of those beautiful people I've seen. But like also smoking hot. You know what I mean? So wait, who's this? Mike Santana has a dream opponent. It's AJ Styles. Yeah, me too, Mike. What was the other thing? The UK person. Yeah. Take it away, Gary.
Darius or Darius.
I'm not sure how you pronounce
it, but I guess he was one half of the current guy, the guy we have now. Oh shit, the X Division dude there. That kind of like they're hinting it with the Moose. I can't think of his name right now.
Great job, really great job.
He's like, I think he was. He wasn't. No, he's like a tag team partner with the guy that's with the Hardys there. You know, he's been wrestling like in paint. I can't think of his name.
Slater.
Yeah, Leon. Yeah, he's one half of Leon Slater tag team in the UK. I guess that's why
I didn't know
people kind of bring him in.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was mentioned. That was mentioned on the Asylum.
Okay,
I didn't know that either.
TNA Asylum. If you want to hang out with the biggest bitch TNA fans in the world, you should pop on that place. Okay, so TNA. I mean, there's like so much fucking going on. Femi, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Guy's fucking gigantic and awesome. Elias debuted this week, along with the Colognes, which I gotta say, I don't give a fuck about those dudes. Gary,
no, unless
thoughts?
You're gonna throw. Well, about the Colognes, I was thinking like as long as they were there, like why not have Carlito or at least have them pop up. Yeah, but I mean just to have them over.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, they could have got it from WWE. Yeah, okay.
Just
kind of forgot we're working together now. Yeah.
I kind of thought we were gonna hear that music at one point, maybe he was gonna hit him with an apple or something by the end, or that was me kind of fan hoping, I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry. This was the live show. I almost forgot.
Yeah.
The
20th.
I get confused on what we freaking got. There's been so much TNA news, so much. There were spoilers this week, and some like insane things happened, and some matches are huge, and like I want to talk about them right now, but I feel like they're in the middle, so whatever. We'll talk about them at the end. But one match I called. Fuck it. I'm gonna say it right now. If you don't want to hear a spoiler, turn your ears off for 30 seconds. Starting now. I've been mentioning how Moose got pinned by Jeff Hardy a bunch of times, or whatever, maybe twice, and I said a feud was going to happen. Boom. They're having a steel cage, a ladder match for the X Division title at Sacrifice. Okay, you can come back from your. This is no spoilers now until the end. All right, so the live show. What did it start with? The Hendry concert?
Yeah, that's okay. They called it the Encore Championship concert. I guess that's what.
I thought it was much better than the other one.
Oh yeah, easily.
I feel like he had much better, like what is it? Just like whatever.
Yeah,
words.
And I don't think
that the words. It was funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it didn't hurt. He had Elias from WWE come in either. Like I think that probably helped.
But I mean, like I feel like it was so, like he was just, like I was legit laughing. Like the week before, it felt very forced. Like I think they knew that, and that's why they did it again. And exactly. Elias comes in with the friggin' song, and how about that pop for him?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know nothing about this guy. I haven't been overly impressed with the wrestling style, but I love the character, and I think right now they're going. TNA's pushing for the.
All right. Well, I don't like to do these deep. I don't like to do deep character studies, but let me explain. He's Joe Hendry, but a little different. There you go. Okay.
Oh,
They both sing. To me, he looks more like a singer than Hendry. You know what I mean?
oh yeah.
Like I'd believe if he was an actual. You know what I mean? He might be. Maybe he is. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a member Leonard Skinner or something.
Yeah, like when he hits like when he hits the guitar, like he has that like thing that he hits the guitar like this, like whatever it is. You know what I mean? And it's just like I don't know.
Yeah,
He has a very good presence. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
But it just felt weird, like the colognes. I was like, eh. It was like that's okay, that's a start. And then he came out, and I'm like, fuck yeah, okay. I mean, because I liked him. Unlike you, I watched WWE a little, and I like this guy's a good character.
Okay.
So, and
Okay.
then
Well,
Santino
the colognes, I seen people being really mean to them, saying they were out of shape.
Yeah,
I'm like,
kind
they
of
got to be pushing 45. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think they were that big.
I mean, I don't think they were
maybe a little rusty.
Like, I didn't think they were like. My thought was like, I don't really know them. Like, I have to Google who they are exactly. Which colognes are they?
They were. I would put them in the USO category when they were younger.
Wow.
That's okay. But as far as like high flying and stuff, they used to do some pretty impressive things.
Were they tag champs?
You know, I don't know if they were. I think they might have been a threat for them at one point. But I think it was like anything. Like if you're not Carlito, you're probably not
Thompson said the Colognes were never a huge tag team, but had some success in WWE. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, I was never a huge fan of Elias. He was pretty limited in the ring. Yeah, he is, but he's a very good character. So maybe a worse wrestling Joe Hendry. Gia backstage with Slater. About whatever. Talking about the upcoming match with JDC. Colognes backstage. He said TNA needed them and their legacy. Okay, analysis from
they did keep hyping
our
up
buddy Thompson.
They did keep hyping up the name the Colognes, so I do think TNA is
I'm changing my mind. Thanks to
maybe try to keep
changing my mind thanks to my pal Christian Thompson. TNA who says TNA definitely needs more tag teams, so I am all for an experienced team like this joining TNA, and I now know which one is which. They do. I mean, they do need tag teams, and like the fact that they have a name, like I think we said last week, like just get a fucking name, get outfits. Talking about the Knockouts tag, but same for the men's. Like, I don't even realize we don't have many tag teams. Like,
and the thing about the Colognes, they are TV ready. They've been used to being on the mic, so it's not like they're going to be horrible doing promos and shit. So
there's always little things like that, but I don't think about little things like that. So good job. They know which cameras to look at and all that shit. Unlike AEW stars. Rascals with Ace versus those gigantic bastards, Tyson DuPont and Tyreek with Wes Lee.
They're like to me, they're like the demolition of wrestling right now. I don't know what you think. They just look unstoppable.
I never saw these guys until they came to TNA, and I'm like, I don't remember being so quickly fans of someone that's like beating the shit out of the guys that I love.
Yeah. Oh my god,
they're so big, they can move. Like,
well, even with their loss this week, they still look like winners because they ended up. Was it Jesse Ventura used to say they lost the battle, or they lost the battle, but they're going to end up winning the war or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're
definitely. I was just surprised. Like, I don't know, I thought there'd be like a brawl or something. Like, this just kind of ended. But whatever, Rascals got the win, so good for the Rascals. Like, I didn't think they'd be getting many wins in this feud
they're going
against these monsters.
I guess they're going to be facing them at Sacrifice in a six man tag.
That's been said. Okay, now here we go.
Yeah.
I wrote an article about this. That's how much I fucking hated it. First class penthouse segment. And if anyone listens, I love TV show. Eli Drake's fucking, what was it called?
Yeah.
That was my favorite goddamn thing. Like, I love Piper's Pit kind of segments.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell this was. I will just, let me quick read the analysis from our pal Christian. 7 minutes of not much. Get them in the tag division again. Okay, I'll let you take it because I already destroyed everything about this.
Yeah, well, I mean, I kind of see all what you guys are saying, but my take is, Jay, I felt like it was more of a nod to Glenn Gilberti on TNA Asylum days when he had his own sketch at the top of the ramp or off to the side.
Wasn't watching at
And
the time, so makes
yeah,
sense.
I do think maybe they were visiting that territory. But when I heard him say, putting himself at the level of Roddy Piper, this by far was not anything like Piper's Pit. But then again, that was a different era, much better characters back then.
Oh yeah.
I don't. I don't know. I just feel like
It
they
can't.
tried something new, and I do think we. It. I
Yes.
mean, was it any worse than Abraham Washington
Who
thing
the hell's
like the
that?
ECW tried back in the day with Tony Atlas
Well, I don't
being
remember
a
who that is, so
co-host?
maybe.
And he
But a lot of
stood up
people.
to the top of the ramp, and like every time, I think my biggest problem with this segment, and I felt like he had too many guests, and like it
Oh,
was hard to
totally.
focus.
There was like four guys, and it's
And
such a terrible visual. I
yeah,
use it as my background for the picture. They're staring at their cell phones, and like I guess they're
yeah,
supposed to be showing that they're tweeting or whatever. But like, it was just so
and I
weird.
and I
Why was
think
Noel Foley there?
because
Why
the
was Mick
lack of the
Foley's
well, I
daughter
think,
there?
and I think a lot of it, Jay, is like with all the people, like TNA don't have the staging area to do all that. Like they're not
Yeah.
like WWE. You
Oh my
could have
God! I just reminded this. I just realized what this reminds me of. You don't watch Saturday Night Live, do you? Keenan
I
Thompson has this like talk
pop.
show, and it's just like incredibly. It's been on for a long time, so you might have seen it. Keenan Thompson is like a talk show host on this insanely random talk show. I mean, if that's what they were going for, they got to make it more random. Like he would have
Yeah.
like every now and then he'd just be like, "Ooh wee, what's up with that? What's up with that?" And then someone comes out like doing dancing like fucking what's his name, Jason Sudeikis. Like,
Oh,
there's
okay.
no reason for it, but he starts doing 80s breakdancing. You know what I mean? Like, he's doing a
Yeah.
talk show. It's like,
I know we. I know we
there's
discussed.
girls twerking in the background. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I know you discussed spoilers. I mean, this really isn't a big spoiler. You might better just throw it out there. AJ is going to have another
yeah,
segment next week or the week
yeah.
after.
I did write in
So
my
I guess if it
article
fully killed
originally.
it for people that
Yeah,
weren't fans of it, but
I did write
maybe
my article
he'll
originally.
knock it out of the park.
I originally wrote in my article, this was so bad, I guarantee you he will never get another segment like this. And if you're looking
Yeah.
at that, I edited it because I can fucking do that. Go fuck yourself. Um, But yeah, I mean, I hated it. I hated the point. I mean, he got one. Like, did anyone for a second think AJ Styles was coming out? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I
And then
mean, he's done this.
I
Did
hate
this
the,
before too.
I hate the. Guess what? I left that place to save this place. Like, stop. That's AEW shit. We don't need that. We're not
Yeah.
say
Yeah. I
no. We're
didn't like
literally
that
working. We're
line.
working with
Oh,
them. It looks even.
yeah.
It
That
sounds even
line is
stupider when we're working with them.
but
Like, yeah, I know. Like, yeah,
that,
screw that place. And then a second later,
the
NXT guys walk out. You know what I mean? Like, it
yeah,
doesn't make sense.
then the fans were like, you got, and the fans in attendance for the live show were going, you got fired,
Yeah, I mean, he
you
did. He
got
did get
fired. They
fired. I
kept
mean,
saying,
he did, and now he's here, and like, I don't know, just stupid,
yeah,
stupid. Like, and what got me the most mad, he's been fucking awesome at everything. We've been talking him up
oh,
ever since he
yeah,
came
definitely.
in. This was the only negative thing he's done. That's how good this guy was. He was good at
I,
everything.
I think,
I don't know why someone said let's give him a
I think
talk
what the
show.
problem,
A lot. Oh, here's the problem. I think it was live. Why
yeah,
do that live? Like, it totally makes sense
that's
if
what
you
I was
want to
just gonna say, yeah, the
record it the
live
first time. You know
part.
what I mean?
I wonder if it wasn't like rehearsed properly or like whoever
Oh, totally.
thought it
I
would
watched
be.
it over, and I'm like, I was trying to see where he missed a line or something, because something must have happened, or it was just the worst written segment ever. And if it was, then they wouldn't do it again. You know what I mean? And just
Yeah.
reading it, like the next one looks a lot better because like something happens, like nothing happened.
Well, and to
But
be
I
fair,
guess it was the
like,
set.
I mean,
Okay, I get it. It could be the setup for what happens next. It was like,
I
hey, here's a
bet you
talk
you could
show, blah blah blah.
find. I bet you if you sat 10 TNA fans down and out of all the people on that stage, I bet you like maybe one or two people out of the 10 will know who any of the people were.
Yeah, that's fair.
That didn't know.
It was
And
also a
but because you
smoke
said a
show there.
number of them was
I don't know if you know the
one of them
smoke
was
show
from
that was there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Is that what you're going to say? From, one of them was from WoW.
Wrestling or whatever? You said the one lady was... Okay.
Yeah.
See, I don't watch that show. I did watch it a couple months back just to see. They do have really good production, but I don't know.
I want to say
I don't
Valentina. Whatever. She's a really weird, not like a regular name, but whatever. Beautiful. Absolutely crazy beautiful. Whoa. 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 Remove your post on Instagram? What the hell happened? How does that happen? Nice new picture of Tessa. That'll piss people off. Selling merchandise in her TNA long. Oh, that's a nice one. Shit. Long sleeve TNA shirt. Wow. It's black with red arms.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that came out of nowhere. But did you notice they?
And I noticed.
Thank you. I was to say, did you notice they were promoting merchandise more, or where was it?
Yes, they did it like every commercial break. At least they did on TNA Plus. Yeah,
yep.
I didn't know if you watched it.
Maybe that's what I was. Yeah, I think that's what I was watching on. I mean, yes, that's what I always watch on because I own TNA Plus, and of course I do. No, I can't lie. I would never buy TNA Plus because I deserve it. That's all. I deserve to have that fucking thing for free so I can watch more TNA and report on more TNA. I mean, we're the goddamn, even if we're not the top podcast, we're up there. I mean, Christ. And I know people lesser than us get to watch free shit, so fuck off.
And speaking of really segments that really weren't the greatest, I really find I like Eric Young, no knock on that, but like I felt like this had no point because they didn't even get Steve Macklin to come out and like interrupt or I just thought this was time wasted as well. And then I felt like the one Northern Armory guy looked like he was like making these weird faces, and I'm like, that's not what you do on live TV. If you're doing that on Mr. McMahon's dime, you'd be on the unemployment line.
Sorry,
I don't know.
Sorry, Mafiosa Valentina, aka Saucy Rossi, the Sauce Boss, Wow, Adriana Gambino, currently free agent.
Oh, maybe they're signed.
Has worked at All Elite Wrestling, the greatest wrestling promotion in the history of the universe, if you ask their 13 fans. Man, this girl's absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, that was my point. She's just crazy gorgeous, and she's a free agent, so probably, I'm sure they brought her in to look at her or whatever.
Did you see if she was on any of the
Noelle
matches or anything?
No. Yeah. Okay. Well,
what were you saying?
We can get to that.
Like Noelle.
Yeah, like Noelle. I mean, she's a wrestler, right? Am I wrong? I'm sure I could be wrong about that. I don't know. Maybe she's not.
Not sure. Yeah, and I'm not.
Shout out to Killer Cross for following a really smart friend of mine, and shout out to that friend who I won't mention because my friends could get destroyed for just knowing me. Except Gary, he will rip your goddamn head off and feed it to you. Okay.
Especially after
next was Eagles. I love this. Oh my god, I love this so much. I was shocked and I loved this. Shocked. Okay, actually not. Well, okay, I'm going a little too far. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Li Ying Li, terrible fucking name. There's still time to change it, TNA. I know you're listening. There's still time to change it. Beat Rosemary straight up. Yeah. I was so fucking happy. They're finally realizing and if you look at, I'm not going to spoil anything, but yeah, fuck it. Like, it carries over. She ends up doing bigger things, and Rosemary doesn't. They have finally realized what I've been saying. Rosemary's done. She looks like a fucking. She moves at the half speed of everyone else. Like, you can't have her in there when you're bringing over people like Sol Ruka, who.
Yeah,
I looked her up last night. She's 25 years. Sol Ruka's 25 years old. Like, these girls are all so young, and they look a million times better than Rosemary. Every single one of them.
Yeah,
what's her name? The little girl.
Like she looks like a retired.
Zia Brookside
Heather
moves a million times better than Rosemary these days. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's not personal. It is what it is. She was a great one.
Oh.
She lost her fucking knees. And ever since, she can't wrestle. Like, it is what it is. She could be a great character again. Make her a manager, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's almost like Rosemary is a retired Flash in the DC world, and everyone else is a reverse Flash. You know what I mean?
Like so many characters look like so many characters in TNA are like new and they feel like refreshing. Like somehow the Hardys feel more refreshing than Rosemary. You know what I mean?
Anymore,
The Hardys have
probably
been around for
Roseanne would
8,000 years.
Anymore, I think Roseanne would show more energy in a ring with Rosemary.
Yeah. That's
That's how sad it is. And it hurts me because like they said
she
she's
was my
been in the company.
favorite character. I literally
Yeah.
said years ago. My favorite character of all time is Rosemary from years ago. She was sexy, scary. There was nothing better than Demon Bunny. Literally there was a company, Demon Bunny. I mean, look it up. They made crazy merch. Those two. Like, I don't know why Allie's not returning to do that again. I hate to give up on her, but like, how long has it been now?
It's kind of got
I loved
to the
it.
point. Like when you see an old legend and then they get the chair of you still got it. Now it's like when you see Rosemary, like you hear, we got crickets.
You're still here.
You know,
like, that's really like
if anybody they should say there's the door to, it should be Rosemary.
Yeah. Again, one of the people who tweeted against ownership because she probably loved playing that silly character that nobody cared about.
Yeah.
That I think ruined her actual character. And then she came back. She's got like different hair. It doesn't look scary in any way. It doesn't look cool.
No, and I don't like.
Lee looks cool. She looks like a goddamn. What do you call it? Was said Mortal Kombat person.
I find her makeup don't, or her paint or whatever you want to call it, doesn't make any sense because it's like she's trying to make it look like she's bleeding from the eyes, and then she has purple.
No, it's so stupid. And
you know what I mean?
I tagged her and I said,
black
I tagged her and I'm like, Jeff Hardy loves putting face paint on people, right?
Yeah.
And I tagged Jeff Hardy too. I was like, you used to be really good at it, but you're not anymore. Like I'm not trying to be I'm never personal. Even though she got personal with me once on Twitter, calling me out for saying she deserved more and to be like the Undertaker when Scott D'Amore was in charge at the time, who was in charge for like 7 years, never gave her a world title. Jeff Jarrett did. She's a former GFW. Could you imagine that? She's a one-time GFW champion. Never won the TNA Impact title. Nobody blames Scott for that? Terrible fucking booking?
Somebody's trying to call during a podcast. I hate that.
What I mean, like, nobody blames Scott for that, though. He had one of the greatest characters ever. Never put the title on him.
And to be fair, it hurts me to say, all the negative stuff about Rosemary coming, being a horror king or, Jay labeled the horror. Does hurt my feelings that like they were one of my best factions at one point.
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay. That when they were all
they're
together.
Still cool right now, but again, I don't know what's going on with them. They're in
I think
AAA.
I know people don't like the really, really dark factions, but I think they'll have to go that direction to, kind of like more like the Wyatts or something, kind of like try to make it more must see.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about the Wyatts. Oh, you mean the actual Wyatts, not the new whatever the fuck it is?
No, not like kind of like something like.
Oh, sorry, you mean the cool old Wyatts, not the.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know what they call them now. That's how bad they are. The Wyatt 6, which is actually a cool name because it's like sick, but there's 6 of them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, way too many.
But oh my god, they don't know. Talk about not. They didn't know what to do with Bray Wyatt, and I remember saying that. Like everybody needs to fucking chill. They're never gonna do shit with this group. They haven't. They're like forgotten about already. I feel bad. I feel like they have to use them, and I feel like they force fans to cheer them because Bray Wyatt's related. But it just sucks. So like. Bray Wyatt's brother is not Bray Wyatt, obviously. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they didn't push Bray Wyatt like he should have got. They never even used Bray Wyatt's stuff like it should have been used. You know what I mean? Like, he had this incredibly creative stuff. Like, looking back on it now, it's fucking genius. Like, the fucking the TV segment he was doing. Like, these little, like, he would leave, like, he would wrote, what are they called? Easter eggs. You know what I mean? It was all about Easter eggs. Like, and now everyone who was part of that thing that he made, like, came to life. These were all, like, toys he had or whatever, you know? Animal characters. And now they came to life, and that's what this group is, which is kind of fucking interesting, but they don't have Bray.
Yeah, and
you need that top guy, you know what I mean, to have the freaking.
And they got too clever by trying to bring in Tom Savini and making that mask that Bray had there. Like, what was it, the Fiend or something? I think you said it was.
Yeah, like some people like that for a while, but like, yeah, I don't think I was like, he doesn't need this. Like, he's Bray Wyatt. Let him just fucking be Bray Wyatt.
You don't need to go to the Godfather of horror to, to get views. You're making this way too hard.
Yeah, it was like, they totally, I don't know, overdoing it's the word. Like, he didn't need anything. Like, he just needed to be Bray Wyatt and give him time.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Shit, we missed out on the Nick Nemeth story. Fuck.
Oh, okay.
Do you know the Nick Nemeth story?
Oh, are you talking about?
I'm sorry, Ryan Nemeth.
Oh, the stuff with CM Punk and cease and desist order and all that shit.
Ryan Nemeth filed a lawsuit against AEW, Tony Khan, and CM Punk on Valentine's Day. Oh, that's kind of sad.
I did like the part where it said CM Punk took out the Bucks, though. And they're not going to.
But I mean, listen, this totally makes sense. This totally makes sense. Like, a lot of things he's saying. In early 2003, Brooks assaulted and battered two fellow wrestlers known as Matt and Nick Jackson. Brooks is known to have an uncontrollable temper. Rather than removing Brooks from the roster, Tony Khan made the decision to merely suspend Brooks for a few months. Brooks is one of AEW's most popular wrestlers, and Khan did not feel Brooks could be removed without a substantial loss in profit for AEW. Time out. Who the fuck is Brooks?
Yeah, it was another. Oh, Phil Brooks.
Oh,
CM Punk.
Wait, to get rid of him. Hang on. So AEW turned to blind. Okay. Oh, okay. So this was before the other thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Tony's deep admiration for Brooks. I mean, this sounds so true. Like, he said something like Tony is infatuated with CM Punk, and you can literally tell he was.
Oh yeah.
The way he looked at him. AEW turned a blind eye to it because of Tony's admiration for Punk. He was their most popular performer. Yeah, obviously.
Oh yeah, definitely.
At their insistence, AEW and Tony Khan have taken an effort to blackball Nemeth so we can never work again in the wrestling business. At all relevant times, mentioned. No, sorry, it gets really annoying. Sorry, it gets really boring here. Okay, so that's basically the idea. Beyond his feelings for Brooks, Khan represented to AEW wrestlers that he had produced a collision show contingent upon Brooks's involvement. This was all the more reason for Khan to keep Brooks in spite of his violent propensities. That is true. They made a collision. I don't know if you remember that. Collision was for Punk, basically.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say. I think if it would have been any other person other than CM Punk or Phil Brooks, I don't think he would have. I don't think he would have got another chance. I think he would have been.
Totally. Yeah. So so what he's saying, Punk was being a total douchebag backstage way before he got fired for the fight when he probably knew he was going to get fired. He had enough of the bullshit.
Yeah.
And Nemeth got fucked with, which, I mean, Jesus, I can see it because I remember that. And we talk about Ryan Nemeth. He's a great character. And I thought he was a great character in AEW. I did watch AEW. I do watch AEW. I mean, I watched AEW a lot back then when they were good.
We're like fans of Ryan Nemeth, and like he's been showing nothing but class since he's been in TNA. Like he's been a standout character, I think.
Totally. And I don't remember reading any stories about him. Like,
like
bad Ryan Nemeth stories like before.
I think that just attests to the backstage negativity in AEW. You're either part of that clique or
totally.
You become a member.
I think Britt Baker. I don't think there will ever be a better example. Yeah, everyone's turned on her. Everyone hates Britt Baker. She fucking carried that division, that shit division.
Yeah, that's like all I heard about from their side of like their version of the knockouts. That's all I heard for like a while.
Guess what? She's gone now, so she wasn't that good. She was overrated. That's what they say.
Yeah,
even psycho TNA fans don't do that.
I'd take her in a heartbeat.
Yeah, guess what? I don't think Deonna Purrazzo was a worse wrestler because she went to AEW. She looks that way because she never fucking wins. And guess what?
Yeah,
She's facing Harley Cameron this week. She already lost.
And
it's a live show.
And they don't exactly make Taya look too good over there either, do they?
No, dude, Taya stands in the corner of Tiana while she loses all the time. That's.
Oh yeah, don't get us started on
making those.
The NWA talent that was a champion for a while. I can't remember her name. She's like in limbo right now. They don't even use her. Camille, yeah. Talk about money wasted.
Ready? Camille? Wait, who's the one before that we just said?
Oh, not
the dentist?
Oh, Britt Baker, yeah.
Camille, the dentist. Tessa Blanchard. Let's think who else. I think there's one more. And they all have something really in common that nobody mentions. They're fucking strong women.
Oh, and then they waste their talents with that Mexican kind of luchador wrestler lady too. Like they don't really do good things with her either. Kind of like their version of Rosemary.
Oh God, Abaddon.
Yeah, her, and then the other one.
I'm pretty sure she recently got implants. She's trying everything to get on TV.
Yeah, the one that you had said where, remember you sent me a clip of how she tried to chair shot the two women or the one woman. She kept getting.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. That's Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, her. Like she's kind of like, 1 minute she's hot for them, and next she disappears. Totally.
And after last week, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. I mean, I'm a big fan of Stevie Richards. Don't know if you know that. He has a podcast.
I didn't know that, but I think I know where you're going with that.
He has a podcast now.
And okay. I did see it by accident the other day. I didn't watch
it. So his latest video, I didn't watch it yet. I didn't watch it yet, but it was something titled like "How AEW Screwed Thunder Rosa." And I read other people saying that Megan Bain went into business for herself. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you people are talking about. Like, because I'm watching it, I'm like, but still, even if all that's right, she had to swing the fucking chair. You know what I mean? You can't stand there with the fucking chair. That's like, and I love Stevie Richards, but I'm already disagreeing with it because you can't stand there with the fucking chair. You have to.
That's the whole thing is wrestling.
Don't let someone make you look like a fucking idiot. Isn't that like part of wrestling? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's like,
what would Hulk Hogan have done if someone did it to him? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Even Hogan back in the day got accused of not fully hitting people with chairs and stuff, and it didn't look. It looked terrible.
Oh, him and there's like a classic clip of him hitting the Giant with a chair.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It looks like he's tapping him with a pillow.
Yeah,
and it looks terrible on TV when you do shit like that. Like,
and it stands that debate: is wrestling fake? Is it real?
Totally.
This kind of thing makes it look all the more worse because
a wrestler just standing in a ring with a fucking goofball holding a chair as they go to another segment.
It makes the show
how can it look more fake?
Scripted.
How can it look more fake than that?
Yeah, I know you can't.
Like going to commercials, he's standing there with a fucking chair in the hand, like
are they
talking to each other, like, huh? Like, you might as well put a microphone on them so we can hear what they're saying. Like, man, we fucked that up, didn't we?
Yeah, you might want to throw in a technical difficulty, like a marathon of a 70s show.
Seriously, get that ready. They could have made like a joke about it.
Yeah, terrible moment.
And I think you mentioned recently about AEW. Holy fuck, turn Tony Khan heel.
Oh, yeah.
He's hated by so many people. Like, I think Gary might turn on an episode to check out heel Tony Khan.
Yeah, I definitely would. I would definitely like this.
I'm exactly like you all thought about me. I'm a fucking baby. I hire human toys, and I forgot about most of them.
Well, I mean, if you look at some of the greatest WWE episodes, it was always with Vince McMahon in the ring and playing that asshole man and owner.
Maybe it's funny. It's funny. I don't mention him when I think about the greatest, but he probably is. He might be the greatest character of all time.
Well, I mean, he know how to, turn on that heel. I don't like the way he was, like his aura, and it was unbelievable.
Like compare him, exactly. Like compare him to you know what I mean, people who've done the GM thing.
Yeah.
I say no one compares except Santino because he's comedy, and I fucking love Santino so much. Like this week, or was it last week when he was screaming at Tessa?
Oh, then she's going to have a match, or
is that this
she
week?
will be wrestling next week, or she will be fired.
Yeah, so that was this week, right?
I think 1 week he let her sit home 1 week because she wasn't dressed and she was making him, making him look bad.
Remember she messed with his daughter. And then he went and he got in her face. He was screaming in her face.
I think that was the week before. Yeah,
okay, well, that was great. Yeah,
it was the last week of the Texas tapings, I believe.
All right, well, we'll get to test it then when I get back upstairs and kind of finish reading Christian's review. But yeah, well, do you know what happens after the Rosemary match?
Rosemary, let's see.
Also, I gotta say, ha ha ha, ha 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 ha. That's what you get, Rosemary.
Oh, then we had
mess with the best.
Yeah, we had
die like the rest.
I don't know if this was the order it was in, but then we got a JDC versus Leon Slater match.
Oh, I think that was fun.
Yeah, that was very fun. Like
a lot more fun than I expected. That's like one of those like
could make
on paper didn't look good. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, just that Leon Slater looked like the consummate star in this matchup.
Holy shit! Again, this guy. Fuck.
Yeah, and then somebody was making the comment that it seems like the only way they can really beat him fair and square is if it takes the whole system to get a victory over him. Like cheating outside or whatever. So maybe there is a method to the madness. It isn't about burying Leon Slater in the company, like in terms of him not,
he's losing. Same. Yeah, I don't see that at all. I mean,
yeah. No, I just saying
like he lost only after the entire system came down.
Yeah, I don't see that at all either. But I mean, if
you're a system, not like one or two of them, every member of the system came down to beat one little dude.
I think at first I felt like that, but then like there was a method to it because he was losing, by chicanery and.
I don't go this far, but all I can think of is Stone Cold.
Then he lost
tapping to Bret Hart. Remember that?
Yeah. Then he lost to Kazarian via.
Sorry, he went unconscious. He didn't tap out.
Some kind of thing at some point.
Then I love this. Again, they're doing so much shit that I really love. I think that's what pissed me off about the AJ thing. Like, there wasn't a need for it. Like, First Class has been really good. And you know who else has been really good? Mustafa fucking Ali. Good Lord. Yeah. I mean, I feel like we say the same thing every week. He's the greatest character, blah, blah, blah. This week was not as good for me. I thought it was.
No. But
what's the word? It came off as very fake looking where they were.
Yeah, definitely. But I will say he's probably the most like compiled talent we have in terms of making the most of his time on TV, even if he's not even.
I mean, every look he makes, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
he's so good. He's like, yeah, you're right. Like, he's the complete character and maybe the best wrestler on the roster.
Yeah. I
mean,
from what I've seen, my favorite match he's ever done was the Ace when he faced Ace, or not Ace, but Chris Sabin.
Oh my God! I swear to God, I was just gonna say mine was Sabin.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I get Ace Austin and.
But I'm sure he had awesome matches with Ace Austin also. Like, he was so good, he did nothing but have great matches. Somebody mentioned this about Stephanie Baker yesterday. Like, this girl is amazingly hot, and she does nothing but have great matches. And I don't know if you follow her, but I'm sure you know about the hot part. Probably the greatest ass in wrestling right now. But she's incredible in the ring. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to give some props to her ass.
Okay, you were propping so much, you kind of like robotic.
Okay, hang on. Okay, we're back. So yeah, Li Ying. I mean, I don't know. Maybe drop one of the names. Cooler. No, LYL. That doesn't work. No. Rosemary did speak mist. She did spit the mist into her eyes. So, as Thompson says, that like will continue.
But I mean, what?
Yeah.
Is that what we've made Rosemary as a novelty act? You know what I mean? Yes. Like the spray who spits. You know what I mean? Yep. Like, I don't know. I would rather just not maybe keep her off TV and like repackage her.
Agree. I think if totally agree. She's been on repackage. She has been on television way too long straight. Yeah. That is always a huge problem. It just is. Look at Sami Callihan. He left for a little. He feels a little new. I love him brawling with fucking Mance. Like, this is great. I watched this
Well,
all year.
well, the thing is, I felt at one point like when we had Sue Young, I thought she was our new Rosemary. At least when she was on TV, it was like it felt like old Rosemary.
Yeah.
Until they started adding all the dead bridesmaids and all that shit. That got kind of lame. But at least I thought, like maybe Rosemary would kind of go away and Sue Young would step into that role. I don't know how you felt about that.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I just knew because, I don't know, Sue wasn't like a spring chicken,
Yeah.
so to speak. I thought they would kind of be like together, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like Rosemary just got like very quickly worse. But again, she hurt her knee. Like, it just never recovered.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, as a recovering person from a knee replacement, I definitely have not sprung around fully, and it's been
tell me about it. Gary doesn't know this, but I have video outside of his building, and I watch him trying to shovel his snow with one leg, and it's the fucking funniest thing in the world. Okay. Oh yeah. So here's the Tessa thing. Lee Yingli was getting checked by the doctors. Tessa's popped in. She's like, "I'm ready for my medical now." Just
okay.
And I didn't catch this. I didn't catch this. She gave the Cena hand signal to Lee Yingli as before she walked off.
Yeah. She said to her, she goes, "Oh, did you get some mist in your eyes? Oh, that must sting. Ain't that awful? Oh, or something. Get out of here or something. You're wasting my time or something."
I love it. I love it. Make her as evil as possible. Make her as evil as they think. And then there was the Northamory thing, which very good promo from Thompson. See, I was like you. I was like, it's kind of weird. Like, it was just him talking, and then he stared into the camera. I mean, I feel like it could have been a backstage quick thing instead.
Yeah. Oh, did you say Thompson liked this or he didn't like this?
Well, Thompson, he just said very good promo. This is the version of Eric. Oh, well, he liked it. Yeah, this is the version of Young I could find.
Okay.
He
Well,
could
I
be a
don't know. I
manager
guess
type for Icarus.
I thought it
I
was
mean,
kind of
Eric Young's great. Like, I'll never say
no,
anything
yeah,
bad about it.
definitely EY. Yeah, I just thought Northern Armory looked really odd out there. Like they don't say anything. Like I would have had them at least say something, and they got to say nothing basically.
Again, this was a live show.
And then
I
the
just want to point it
Northern
out. I feel like everything should be special, or it shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, in the Northern Armory, the one dude looked like I don't know, he looked like he was high or something. I don't know. He looked like he was anywhere but on the live show to me.
That's fine. I didn't catch that. Damn it.
Looked it almost looked like one half of the Samoans with the looking around like saying it would be cool if it was the Samoans, but the Northern Armory are not them.
Yeah, they're also not huge, which I don't know. It's a weird look.
And like you said, you want to make this live show special. I mean, kind of not. If anything's kind of iffy, just leave it off the board. Don't try to. I mean, you can be risque without being risky.
Yeah. And then there was the Ali thing we talked about at an AA meeting because Santana's actually in real life. Like I don't know if he goes to them, but like he stopped drinking or whatever, like years ago, or I don't know, whatever it was.
Oh yeah, that's
That's his real life.
They did.
Yeah,
we didn't. Okay,
like that's a real life
forgot
story. I just wanna, like that's a real life story in case anyone just thought this was totally random. Thompson
Well,
says a clever segment to give the feud a personal touch. Gotta disagree there, Thompson, because I thought it looked terrible. I just thought it looked so fake. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I don't know how you make that look real, but to me, it just looks so fucking fake.
And as a person that's attended anger management meetings, I mean, it was felt.
Wait, no. This is wait.
No,
Wait,
me.
No,
Myself. I've been to anger management for.
Okay, well, I'm saying, just want to get confused. This is Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
But I mean, it's similar in tone because you're there, because you have issues or whatever. But like,
make a note. Gary went to anger management. Maybe fire him. Okay, go ahead.
It did feel very flat, and in some ways, it felt like they really. I mean, did we really need this personal stuff added to it? I mean, we kind of
like they're too good for this. Both these guys, they're too good for this. Like the background would make me embarrassed for them. Like
we already know about we heard about him being on the streets of New York forever, and and he had to eat food out of a garbage can. He didn't say that, but
put Mustafa in the ring. Well, I mean, I was going to say let him abuse that, but no, that's not his character.
Yeah.
He's more of like a, like he went to that place, he acted nice. Like, I respect all of you.
Yeah.
And sits down next to Santana. He's like, "Fuck you, bro." Like, he didn't say
And
that,
Jay,
but you know what I
really,
mean.
do you really
his
think
purpose.
do you really think Mustafa Ali is going to show up at every man's?
Yeah, that's fair.
You know,
yeah.
beneath them.
Well, if he's that evil to fuck with someone, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't a horrible segment.
Like, I really didn't mind that part. I really.
It also was a very memorable.
I felt like you. I minded the fucking look of it. I was like, which usually never a thing for me. I was like, oh, this looks like shit.
And I had no idea where they were going until we seen Santana, and then I know when I heard Ali's voice chime in. As,
like you said, I thought it might have been a commercial. I thought it might have been just a random commercial for something else.
Yeah, I didn't know.
That's how ugly it came off compared to everything else.
They do stuff like that during segments. Sometimes suicide prevention, that kind of. I didn't know.
Some people definitely changed the channel thinking it was one of those.
Well, hell, I remember a time people were bitching at us because we were doing St. Jude commercials during the commercial breaks, and I don't see why that was ever an issue. I mean, that shit goes on.
People are psychopaths. Oh, really fast. I don't think we mentioned Jake something has a GoFundMe.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And TNA is getting blasted for not paying his medical bills when he got hurt at an indie. Yep. He's not signed by TNA. He's got a PPA, like most people.
Yeah.
He pay per appearance. Like, whatever. It's insane. And if you want to talk about Ray Phoenix is under contract by AEW. He won't get shit from their doctors. Again, hypocrisy.
They won't even. They will pay for him, you said, or they won't?
No, they won't. No, I thought you didn't see that story? That was part of his story. He's like, I'm injured and they won't help me.
Oh, Ray Phoenix?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. That's really when
Ray Phoenix, who is locked in at AEW. They won't even they wouldn't pay for
those again.
we know he's signed because they won't let him go. And they won't pay for him. So why would people fucking freak out about TNA? A guy who wasn't even... Well, we know why, because they're fucking frauds. Okay, we mentioned the JDC match. Very good.
At this rate, Tony might have to start shopping around the NFL, see if he can convert some former NFL players into wrestlers.
Totally. Yeah, totally. And then, so at the end of after the system beat down, the Hardys show up and Oba. And holy shit. I know you haven't seen much of Oba.
I think he got just about as big a pop as the Hardys. Not quite on that level, but definitely up there.
Oh, the Hardys are just, Jesus Christ, every time. And this was...
See how big Oba Femi looked next to the Hardys? He made them look like little kids.
Again, he's another one like those, like the guys that are facing the Rascals. I'm afraid they're too fucking big, these guys.
Yeah, this Oba Femi kind of looked like in his early days of Ezekiel Jackson and Ahmed Johnson. Really big, 300-pound.
Except he runs around and can wrestle like a psycho.
I haven't even seen a guy wrestle, and he kind of puts the fear of God in me. I don't know.
I don't know. 3 guys
calling him out was too smart.
Seriously, like you can just tell when Gary's people listening know, like Gary's not an NXT fan. There's 3 guys that Gary is like excited about already just from looking at them.
Yeah,
like that's like they have so much fun. Jesus, I'm not even getting into the women, which I'm pretty sure Gary is a big fan of a bunch of them. Roxanne, Jesus.
Need to see more.
Fucking, yeah, I want Soul. Every time she tweets, I like retweet it and I tag TNA and I'm like, do it, get her back. Okay, so this was awesome. The Hardys with friggin' Oba, like Jesus Christ. And then we hear from Tessa Blanchard. The fans chant, "She's a racist," which Thompson says she's getting real heat here. It doesn't matter what she was saying because all about her is a heel. She's not great at promos anyway, so if they boo over the top, it's fine. Yeah, got to agree with that.
What's that?
Thompson said she's getting real heat, so it doesn't matter what the fuck they're booing about or what they're yelling because she's getting heat.
Oh, what were you saying, though? Did you agree with that, you mean, or no?
Yeah, right?
No? Oh, okay.
I don't agree with that. No, I don't agree with people chanting about racism about a fucking 19-year-old girl did. Unless you're going to chant, "Fuck you, Fatu," tonight.
I was actually reverse mad of what they were doing to her. I guess she was trying to go for heat and whatnot, but like, I mean, some people were being really mean, like interrupting her when she was talking, and I don't know, just like there's the door, and
the same people are going to give wife beater Stone Cold Steve Austin the biggest pop in the history of wrestling when he returns. That's a fact.
yeah, and he
It's a
still
fact.
gets like
It's a fact.
legendary status.
I recently wrote about, I don't know if you saw this one, Iron Mike convicted rapist Tyson is back for WrestleMania this year.
Oh wow!
I didn't see one complaint from anyone. So I wrote an article. Something called, it was like, will fans boo convicted rapist Mike Tyson like they did Hulk Hogan? What do you think? Well, no, they won't. We know they won't. But like, doesn't that say everything? Like,
he was on a podcast, kind of making a mockery of it and stuff. So I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Again, I'm not a Hogan fan. I'm not a Hogan fan at all. But I mean, compared to people like Jacob Fatu, who went to prison and then ripped off a charity years later and only gave money back to the charity when he got called out. Like, Hulk Hogan is what? At his worst, racist.
Well,
a piece of shit. A piece of shit human. He never broke a law.
I know a lot of people, like a lot of people in the industry, said he held a lot of people back. But,
oh yeah, every top guy did.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, this isn't just any guy. It's Hulk
And
Hogan.
maybe he should have. Look what happened with Ultimate Warrior. I was a Warrior fan. He couldn't fucking do it. He could not do what Hulk Hogan did.
No.
And I don't know if Hulk fought against that. I would have to read into that. But
yeah,
WWE probably made a mistake that time. WF, whatever, you know what I mean? And like,
well, the
yes,
WCW,
so I think there's definitely times where you have to say, no, fuck that. I'm not jobbing to this person.
Well, the thing
That's
is,
what Will Ospreay should be saying, who has probably more losses than wins in AEW.
Yeah, I know back in the day when they had Hulk Hogan lose in Mania 6 against Warrior, like people bash WCW for some of the shit they did, but they made the wrong thing right by having Hogan go over WCW.
Totally.
You know, they like made sense of it.
Yep. But back to TNA. Masha versus Mila Moore. She was attacked early on. I'm sorry. This is just. Oh, no, okay. So I was going to say, I got confused here. Tessa was supposed to face Mila Moore, who was waiting in the ring. She came out and she's like, Santino's like, you got to wrestle. She comes out in a dress, which was great. She's like, she was not even thinking about wrestling.
I don't know. From what I saw, I wouldn't mind seeing more of, was it Mila Moore that got?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing more
Good
of her.
news.
She looks
We
pretty
will.
attractive.
Good news. We will. I believe she's on upcoming, what's that other show? Explosion. So this was quick. We didn't really get to see much of her, but like I said, she's kind of, we'll see.
Oh, what was it, like a tryout, probably, likely?
Well, no, it was a squash that led to Cora Jade.
Okay.
So this is about Cora Jade and, what's his name? Cora Jade's going to be wrestling her at Sacrifice. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, they announced it. Jade versus Masha at Slapify. And they also announced a match for next week. Oh, wait, sorry, that's spoilers. Nope. Brian Nemeth came out and screamed. His brother, will be back in. This is like his new thing. My brother will be back in 4 weeks. My brother will be back in 3 weeks.
My big brother will be back at Sacrifice. I'll be like 3 weeks now.
Such a little dick character. I love it.
Yeah.
And then the main event I didn't really like. Joe Hendry and Elijah versus the Colognes. Like, the ending was really cool.
Yeah.
I just can't really, I don't know. I can't really get into the Colognes too much.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe I'm over hoping for things with these live shows. But like, I don't know. I was excited with.
They should have pulled the trigger with Carlito. I mean, it wouldn't have taken much just to, fly him in really quick and let him hang him back.
I don't know. I think they probably tried that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I honestly don't know much about the Colognes. Like, I'm gonna have to Google them and look into them.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's Primo and Epico, right? Those are the names.
Yeah, Primo and
Epico. Okay, so I don't know all about them. Okay, and I believe you said something they were part of some crazy cover up. Is that true?
I want to say back in the day, I was listening to Tony Atlas, like an interview about the death of
that dude seems legit. I gotta say, I've listened to a lot of Tony Atlas things.
Okay. Bruiser Brody, and he said a number of the Mexican wrestlers back in the day in the territory kind of thing when they would wrestle down in Mexico. I want to say he said I don't know if it's a grandfather to these clones or if it's a father, but he knew back in the day that some of the shit was going to go down with stabbing of Bruiser Brody, and like they did like totally nothing to prevent it. And like, yeah, and then when it did happen, Tony Atlas, like he said he had to get back to the hotel because he knew people would be coming for him because he knew about this shit once it went down, and he was trying to get out of the country alive. And like it sounded like, you didn't want to wrestle in the Mexico days back then, because like if you were on their shit list, I mean, who knows who would have else died.
Yeah.
It just I don't know, it just sounded like a really dark time for wrestling. I mean, like to take it this literal, to kill, such a up and coming star like Bruiser Brody. I mean, I think he is a part of the Hall of Fame, but he actually got put in there for maniacal reasons, really, more than anything.
Okay, we're running out of time here, so we did the main event, right? Yeah. Hang on, who won that?
Yeah, well, pretty much Joe Hendry and Elijah. Yeah.
Team Cologne's lost, shockingly.
Yeah.
Again, it's like maybe give them a win in their first show or something. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, spoiler time. Get the hell out of here if you don't want spoilers. And we got to do this quick. We're at an hour and 6 minutes. Damn. Okay. Damn. February 20th. There's a lot of spoilers. I think this might be 3 or 4 shows. I don't know. Tasha Steelz defeats Maggie Lynn. The Great Hands defeat Laredo Kid and Cody Deaner. Mance versus Sammy DQ. Santino books a follow-up for Sacrifice, probably some wacky gimmick, which you're welcome. We brought gimmicks back. Mike Santana versus Ora Menza. I've heard that goddamn name. I don't know who it is though. Macklin defeated Casey Navarro with Eric Young present. That's interesting.
We might want to mention really fast about the gimmicks and all that. Apparently TNA has went out of their way and they bought their own steel cage for like upcoming like lockdowns. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
That's according to BQ. We'll give him props.
Yeah.
Or he had the news first. Whatever. I got confused about that. I thought he was talking about an actual match that was going to happen. I'm the idiot. It happens all the time, and I don't feel bad. After the match, Macklin cut a promo about his history with Full Sail during his time as WWE's Steve Cutler. Wonder if that's on air. Tessa Blanchard defeated Kelsey Heather. We actually see more of her. So the System was present as Moose cut a promo explaining his recent pinfalls at the hands of Jeff Hardy.
Oh, okay.
The group was interrupted.
They've been knowing what they've been doing all along with this.
Wait a minute, this not Primo and Epico? The group was interrupted by Eddie and Orlando Colon. Who the fuck are they?
I don't think that's the right
thing. Or the spoilers are wrong, yeah. Or these names are wrong. Who came out when Brian Myers mentioned them by name? The Colones in the System suggested. Oh yeah, here we go. The Colones are now part of the System. They're working together. Spitfire, really? Yeah. Seems like it was what happens. Spitfire defeats the Elegances for the title again.
I don't like that.
And now Ash and Heather will be Luna and Threat's personal concierges for 24 hours. That should lead to all kinds of wacky fun. God damn. Christ. Fuck Spitfire. I'm sorry. You're making me hate them. Kazarian defeated Ace Austin with Wes Lee on... Yeah. Sorry, trying to... Kaz defeated Ace with Wes Lee on commentary. Austin got distracted. I like this. Kaz keeps getting bullshit wins. It's funny. Ryan Nemeth came out to inform fans 15 days until his brother's back. I love that. That's super fucking funny. The System... Wow. The System... Moose, Myers, and Edwards defeated Oba and the Hardys. Jesus. That's a huge fucking win. Now, ready for this one?
Probably indication that Oba is gonna wipe the floor with Moose, probably.
Yeah, totally. Santino came out and announced Jeff Hardy versus Moose in an X Division fucking title ladder match. Fuck yes. God damn. Also, the System. Okay, ready? This is what people think is Lethal Lockdown. We're not sure yet. The System and the Colones versus Joe Hendry, Matt Hardy, and they have to find 3 names. Okay, because Jeff is busy. Okay. And, some people are saying that's going to be lethal lock. I mean, we know it's a cage match.
Yeah.
But, like, they didn't say it's lethal lockdown, even though, I mean, doesn't it sound like it 5-on-5, like, in a cage?
Yeah.
Okay, that was night one. Was that a lot? Now we got a lot more. Hang on. AJ Francis hosted another Penthouse segment. Steve Macklin interrupted, and a match was set for later. Already, that makes more sense.
Already. Like,
it makes more sense. You know what I mean? Like, the Hardys defeat the Clones when the System interfered. Savannah defeated Zia Brookside. Mother. Mike Santana defeated John Schuyler. Mustafa Ali. Oh, this is great. This is great. Ready for this one? Mustafa Ali announced. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, just said, who did you say Zia Brookside lost to?
Savannah.
Oh, Jesus, again.
Yeah, exactly. Ready for this one, though? Mustafa announced Anthem officials are requiring Santana to take a urine test. What a fucking asshole. Ova appeared for a segment, but was attacked by Moose in the System. It ended with Moose holding up both titles. A double championship match is set for Roadblock. Both titles will be on the line. That's insane. Absolutely insane. But here's what I don't like. Roadblock is a TV show. You know what I mean? Roadblock is.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Is that?
It's one of those
NXT show?
It's one of your AEW things where they put the bullshit name on a regular Dynamite.
Ugh.
But whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna watch the fuck out of that because it looks awesome. The Northern Armory would defeat the Rascals and Ace Austin. That'll be interesting. Something must have happened there that they didn't mention. Masha came out for a promo, interrupted by Cora. Tessa Blanchard attacks Slamovich from the save. Li Ying Lee comes out to make the save. And a tag match is announced. Tessa Blanchard and Cora Jade teaming up together.
Oh. Sounds a lot more improved than
Team Hotness. Holy shit. Okay, AJ Francis defeated Steve Macklin. Gotta be some bullshit there. Eddie Edwards defeated Leon Slater. Again, gotta be some bullshit there. Z defeated Rosemary. Boom! After Rosemary used it, missed. You little clown, just spraying mist around and losing all the time. JDC defeated Diener. Go away, Diener. Tessa and Cora defeated Masha and Lee. Oh, God. Team Hotness won.
Yeah, and
Ready for this? Ready for this one?
What's that?
Everyone might want to sit down. Ryan Nemeth cashed in his brother's rematch clause and lost to Joe Hendry.
Oh, no.
That's going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
And then the weirdest thing ever happened. Like, we're going to have to see this on TV, or maybe they'll cut it or something. Hammerstone comes out and gets a title match and loses to Joe Hendry right after he beat Ryan Nemeth. That's how it looks. The System attack, and then Elijah, the Hardys, and Slater made the save. So, like, Hammerstone's involved, but that part's very confusing, and that's what we have.
Yeah. I don't really like the one thing you mentioned that Macklin's going to be feuding with First Class.
Or Santana, or the Santana thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, those are some pretty cool friggin', you know what I mean?
Yeah. At least it's in a different direction and new feuds. So
yeah, totally. Yeah, those are some. Yeah.
And possibly some new signings there too as well.
I feel like spoilers always look like shit, even great.
Yeah.
And these look pretty like the Oba stuff. I mean, the Hardys, whatever. Okay. All right, we're almost gonna hit 100. We're almost gonna hit an hour and 15 minutes. Jesus Christ, what are we, a fucking movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you done any horror things lately that we should promote, or still lazy bastard?
No, I did watch before we went live. I did watch Walking Dead, Dead City with Negan and Maggie. That's from the original.
Never watched the original. How is it? Oh, I can't. I'll forget it.
This is really fucking. It's really fucking.
Forget it. We can't get into The Walking Dead right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
19 years.
It literally goes from the country scene to like New York City, like things are flooded and I don't know. It's just like overrun with
shit.
Zombies.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it is. It really. Well, I think in a lot of ways it's better than the original. Really.
God damn it! Do I need to watch the original, or would I be totally confused?
Not really. If you didn't really know any of the characters, I mean,
they're going to like the idea of like being in the city. Like that makes.
Yeah,
I know a little about the show, and it just sounds so much more interesting like that.
Yeah, and I think what it is, if you start off with that, I mean, it's not a big whoop if you don't watch the other show, because it's like they don't even really mention only like the ties to those two characters, like Negan and Maggie, and ties there, but it doesn't really go into. So far, it hasn't gone into detail. It had the first season at 6 episodes, and I believe the second season comes out sometime this. So you could get caught up on that. I think that comes out like maybe the middle part of probably during summer this year.
God damn it! I'm reading through our messages. We were supposed to have a fake fight about.
But
What's his name?
that's all.
I'm going through our messages. Remember, we were supposed to have a fake fight about you liking AJ's thing too much. God damn it! All right, maybe next week we'll recall a fake fight for you guys. All right, we're out. Peace. Sorry for being so long.